get them, just pass the. Yo, take a trip down to Mexico. Come back with that.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It is arguably the biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi Stadium for Super Bowl 60. Tonight, settle in. We've got a good one coming your way. It's the AFC champion New England Patriots and the champions of the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. Wherever you are, welcome to America's great sports day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Super Bowl Sunday, 195 different countries know all about it. They're watching, Greg, and for the players, this moment. They've built so much, and now it's here, a chance to take the field in the biggest football game.
We'll be here all week from every team leading up to the Super Bowl. For the players that have been here before, there's such an advantage. You know what to expect. You know what pregame feels like. You know how to handle the emotions leading up to it. But for the new players, the new coaches, no matter how much you tell them, there's still an element of uncertainty that really doesn't hit you until that ball is kicked off. So who handles it better? Who's more prepared for this stage? We're a couple minutes from finding out, and man, I think we are in for a great game.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That pickup, good for 29 yards.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
Forced out wide. He's going to tuck it and go. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and a couple. A tight end in motion now. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Here's second and 9. Now this looks like a design run.
Gain of 9 yards. And the Seahawks first down. First and goal.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Walker. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. One more time with Walker. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third and goal.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
He'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. And he just gets rid of this one. To the sideline, it is incomplete. He did not want to throw the interception there. And now it is fourth down.
I think it's a smart play, especially this early in the game. I don't think you want to start forcing throws, take any unnecessary risks, allow your team to get settled in, don't have any sudden change turnovers. So I think in the end there, he made the right move. You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake Maye.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's second down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Maye. Open man for Mario Douglas. And we'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Patriots first down.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, My rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. Second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Maye to throw on second down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. And third down coming up.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out.
The look at his big target, Henry, over the middle. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, New England.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. Off the play fake, it's Maye. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. I think it's probably a touchdown.
Maye to throw again. He's found his receiver, Butte. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got third down coming up.
And it's third down.
Here's Maye again. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. That is DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On fourth down, Bryce Baringer out to punt for New England. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. The Seahawks offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Second down and 8. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. There's a short one taken in by Barner. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll try and get there on the ground.
This just kills you as a defensive coordinator. Here you are thinking you're going to get a 3-and-out, get off the field, pick up some momentum for your team, and you allow the quarterback to get loose with his legs, and he's able to pick up just enough on 3rd down to convert, and now you got to go back out and defend a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get forward for a couple. Robert Spillane spills a miss.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That's Christian Barmore working his way in for the sack.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. Brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Patriots offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. Here's Maye to throw it on 1st down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
The Seahawks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Darnold now to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. A gain of 11 there, and a 1st down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a first set of downs.
That one swung out wide to Walker. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Darnold to the air once more. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he'll be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. After a spirited first quarter here in Super Bowl 60, it's the Seahawks with the early lead. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Seahawks football beginning this 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Here's a designed run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing. Darnold. Open. Left side is Barner. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he will have the Seahawks 1st down. Able to convert, albeit not by much. They get it on 3rd and a yard.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. George Holani. Touchdown Seahawks. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks are out to a 10-0 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Patriots offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. It's Henderson to start this drive. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Big Leonard Williams brings him down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Downfield by Diggs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play here in the big game. 32 yards.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Maye. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, Henderson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game, force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
They'll run the sneak, trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
A 51-yard attempt.
Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Pats are on the board. It's now 10-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Walker to start the drive, and the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Harold Landry, they're on the tackle.
2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Darnold. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Shaheed in motion. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Here's Michael Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Jones. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
And in motion, it's Diggs. Throwing on 2nd down. May. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
3rd and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
First down, New England.
Project, this ain't what you want.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Travion Henderson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go play action with May. To the left side, he's got Henry. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That's how he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. May to the air once more. That one taken in by Douglas.
You can see in the eyes of the quarterback, he's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
To throw again is May. All in by the tight end, Henry. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. He's got his man. It's Diggs. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And the Patriots 1st down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
May to throw again. That complete to Henderson. And he'll get about 8 on on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 on the Seahawks 18-yard line.
May going to hold on to this one. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
Douglas in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. This will not do the trick. They stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Slot man in motion right. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday after this. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. It's the tight end Henry in motion. They're going. It's May. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The Seahawks offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Darnold. They'll try and set up the tight end screen. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a handoff to Walker. Has an opening past the 40. Kenneth Walker. And he is gone. 74 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Now the point after try from Myers. It's up and good. And the Seahawks move out in front by the score of 17-3.
Patriots 3.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Patriots offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. screen taken in by Henderson. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Now, Maye. He's found his receiver, Butte. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Patriots first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play call. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
New England going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime. Now it's 2nd and 1. Here's Maye again. Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it takes up a first down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
To throw on first down is Maye. He'll get this out to Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Maye. He'll go underneath to Henderson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Patriots are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And at this point, they need all the points they can get. So kudos to them coming away with 3 before the half. I think they're going to need an overall better performance offensively going forward if they plan on pulling off this second half comeback.
7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Second and 5. They'll motion a tight end right. Once again, it's Walker. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Two quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Patriots offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long.
He was brought down at the 26. 2-yard pickup. It's 2nd and
8. Off the bootleg. Here's Maye.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Flushed to his left. And Maye will not risk it. Into the slide. And he's got the first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Patriots first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
That is hard. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 38 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face first and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, New England. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
So now Maye and the Patriots going to line up and go for two.
The Patriots will line up for a
Man of the gun, here's Maye. That's going to line up incomplete. They try for two, and it does not pan out.
Anytime you fail on a two-point try, there's always going to be second-guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
Following the touchdown, is back to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Shy of the 40. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
We spend so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. That's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection. What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down. On play action, here's Darnold. Open, left side is Warner. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 15 yards through the air. First down, Seattle.
Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
21-yard line.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Darnold to throw again. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before He's out of bounds.
It's 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7. In motion is Barner. Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
Here's Walker. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Myers now to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Seahawks will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Patriots 12.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Maye. That's into the hands of Diggs. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
The zone read, a give to Henderson. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
On 3rd and 2, it's Maye. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on third down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
Off the play fake, it's Maye. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
First down.
Give them 14 on that one. First down, New England.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Kayshon Boutte was the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Throwing on second down, Maye. Complete to Henderson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
He's taken down just shy of the 10. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
To throw again is Maye. Left side, he's got Henry. And he's in. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He's got it. And the Pats have cut the deficit to 5.
Patriots 19.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Darnold to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team. Fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. They run straight ahead with Henderson. He'll work forward for a couple. Byron Murphy there on the stop.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Complete, and he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. Down to the final quarter in Super Bowl 60. We'll return for the 4th from Santa Clara after this. Here's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chain. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. The middle, it's Henderson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
And a Patriot 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He'll find the rookie 3rd-round pick, Kyle Williams. He's still on his feet. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, New England. Greg, how often do we say it's a 1-possession game, but that's a 2-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a 1-score game. They need this 2-point conversion here to tie it up.
This is a big spot for the Patriots as they'll go for 2.
The Patriots will line up.
Throwing is Maye. That'll be caught, and he will not get in. They will go up empty on this try for 2, unable to tie this football game up.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. the play fake. It's Darnold.
Darnold's pass complete to number 36. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. This one caught by the back, out of the backfield. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
On the ground, it's Walker. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he's got another one. And it's Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his 3rd touchdown of the night. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the 4th quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Now the point after drop from Myers. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9.
Patriots 25.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. Sure pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A big play here in the big game, and even 50 yards.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open, short throws, turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
To throw on 1st down is May. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Good drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Douglas in motion. Handoff, and it's Henderson. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
third and short. And here is Maye. And that is incomplete. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And now it's fourth down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third. It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Shaheed now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. He's going to get 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10. Chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. On play action, here's Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They tracked him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
It's almost like the defense knew the back was getting the ball there, because from the moment the ball was snapped, there was a defender all over him, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Fair catch, taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Patriots offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's May. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here's May. There's that man again. Another catch.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Williams there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Getting the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback. And he's going to pick up a Patriots 1st down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on 4th down.
1st down, New England.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Diggs on the reception. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. First carry for Ramondre Stevenson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That one taken in by Douglas. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing now is May. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play
And he's in! Pop Douglas. Touchdown, Patriots. The game-time touchdown here in the fourth quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this fourth quarter lead.
Deep breath time, a big extra point still to come. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Seahawks 34.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready for this next possession. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 50-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor.
Now 2nd and inches. They go with Walker. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
That's complete. It's JSN. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
And the Seahawks with another big moment. They'll try to add the 2-point conversion here.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point
They'll drop to
conversion.
throw. This is hot. He's got it. tack 2 more onto their lead.
42. Patriots 35.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. They'll come up for 1st and 10. To throw is Maye. That's complete to Diggs. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. Clock stops with 33 seconds remaining.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. Now, Maye has caught right side by Henry. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds. Here comes 2nd down. Throw again is Maye. That's into the hands of Diggs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. Maye to throw again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think that's the sign of a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's already got 2 picks on the day. Certainly doesn't want to throw a 3rd, so good decision. Just throw it away.
2nd and 10. Maye to the air once more. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing on 3rd down is Maye. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down. Here we go. One final play. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. And that'll do it. For the first time in more than a decade, the Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more, and they are now the champions.
And as in the case in so many Super Bowls, Mike, your entire franchise, and for a lot of these players, their legacies are altered